Hey you guys, sorry I have my hand up there. I'm trying to look at the time to see if it was recording. Sorry the quality is a little grainy and I'm kind of looking downward because I'm using my iPad today. Lovely. I did not charge, well, I thought my battery to my camera was charged and it wasn't. And I was like, okay, well, I have two more batteries and they wasn't charged either. So I had to charge them, but this is really the only time today I have to make this video. So I was like, normally I use my phone, but for some reason, my iMovie, which I use on my phone to upload and edit, it just will not upload anything to YouTube anymore. And I've tried to fix it. I've tried to download it again, and it just doesn't work. So I don't know. I may have to get like a new program. If you guys have any suggestions on that, let me know because I'm open to suggestions and trying new things, especially if it's going to work. With this video, as you can see from the title, this is a moving update video because I told you guys that I was going to keep you updated on this moving. And then once we move, it's going to be a lot more videos coming out, you guys. As you can see, I'm looking dusty and crusty today because I have two babies that are sick. One actually was well enough to go to school, but she's still sick. She'll be here in literally 30 minutes. The other one I just put down for a nap, which is why this is really the only time of today where I can make this video, where no kids are around me. There's no loud TV and questions and this and that. And okay, I'm just by myself, which only lasts for a little bit in my life. Mom life. Hashtag that, y'all. Hashtag mom life. Okay? So, it's a lot going on, you guys. It's so much going on. I can't keep track. Anyway, so let's go on to the move. So you guys, with this move, right now we are in the phase of searching again. Mind you, I've been searching for almost 2 months now. Now, I had to go through a lot of paperwork and things in order to get my move out date here and just other stuff that I don't want to get into because this video will be literally 30 minutes long. But after I did all of the paperwork and everything, while I was doing the paperwork towards the end, I found a house. I'm working with a realtor. I'm also a huge researcher. So as I was working with the realtor, I was doing my own thing as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was doing my own thing as I was working with this realtor. So I found this house and it was, I won't say it was perfect, but it was a great house. Believe me, it was a great house. And we had all of our attentions were lined up in this house. Okay. As we were doing this paperwork, the house had been vacant since like October. So we were kind of convinced slightly that we were going to have enough time to, sorry, I was looking at my watch. So if you hear that ding, you know what it is. So yeah, so this house was really good and we had all intentions on applying for it. So when we got to the point we could apply for it, we were about to put in our application, and then we found out that, no, towards the end of the paperwork, we found out that it was one application already on the house. And even though I was disappointed, I'm like, okay, that's one. If they're denied, then we have a chance. And of course, I was like, I don't want to say I hope they get denied because I don't want to wish any negativity on anyone because I wouldn't want anyone to say that about me when I'm trying to apply for a house that I like. You know what I mean? I was just keeping in mind that there was an application in, you know what I mean? So we finally got to a point where we could put the application in. And then I found out that that one person was denied. So I'm like, cool. So we're all clear. Literally, I was like, okay, so the next day I had to drop it off. Like you couldn't do it online or anything. So I was like, okay, tomorrow I'll just go drop off the application fee and the application. That night, literally, I don't even know how it happened. My realtor emailed me and basically said that there were 2 more applications on that house. And I'm like, well, dang it. Like I lost it. Like I forget it. I have to forget about it because I figured what does those 3 did not have that I do? That makes sense. Like what do I have that those 3 don't? You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give it up because between those 2, one, at least one of them are gonna get it, basically. Now that may not be true. They may both. I may have something that they don't have. I don't know. But what I do know is. I know that I gave up on that house. And the funny part is I looked at it yesterday and it's still pending. So I don't know what's going on. But I started a new search and that was my first start over amongst 85,000 start overs. So I found a few other houses, and then that didn't pan out, and then we just kept starting over because we kept comparing what we could take, what we couldn't take, what we could live with, what we couldn't live with. Like all these ranges kept changing, and most of them was my husband, to be honest with you, because he kept changing his mind on certain things. For example, I found a really nice house, and um it doesn't have it it had an unfinished basement. That's what it was. It had an unfinished basement. And at first he was like, okay, cool. You know, I like the pictures and blah, blah, blah. Let's set up something to look at it. The next day he's like, well, I don't think I can live with an unfinished basement because, you know, we have kids, we have family functions. You know, we can't really utilize the basement if it's unfinished. It would just be storage. That would be pointless space. And I'm like, okay, fine. And that was amongst a lot of them, you guys. Like, we found a house that didn't have a deck, and he was fine with that because the first house didn't have a deck, and now he wants a deck. So we found this house. It was a great house, you guys. It technically has 8 bedrooms. In the county we live in now, a bedroom has to have a closet to be considered a bedroom, and a lot of states is like that too. But where we're going, it's not the closet; it's a window. So every room to be considered a room has to have a window, for firefighters to be able to climb through. So one of their bedrooms don't have a window. It has a closet, but no window. So down there, because we're moving about an hour away, it's not considered a room. So technically it has 8 rooms, but it's advertised as 7 because that one bedroom doesn't have a window. I had to explain that because I call it the 7-8 bedroom house. So the 7-8 bedroom house is a huge house. It's like 4,000 square feet, a little over 4,000 square feet. Once again, it has basically 8 bedrooms. It does need a little bit of updating, but we're not buying the house. We're renting it, and for what it is, it's fine. And it's more than fine because it's bigger. It's a big house, you guys, and it's bigger than we've ever lived in, which I was so excited about. And it was just room for us to be able to grow and expand, and not necessarily saying a whole bunch of more kids or anything like that. But if we do happen to have another one, you know, we wouldn't have to worry. Or with these 2 businesses that I'm starting, I can actually have a proper office in order to run these 3 to 4 businesses that I'm going to have soon. So, you know, it was a nice neighborhood. It's right down the street from shopping. I mean, everything is great in my book. But then my husband came back to me yesterday and was like, hey, I don't know if I can live without a deck. So, okay. I'm like, okay, but it has a walkout basement, so we can still grill and, you know, utilize the backyard and things like that. And off of the kitchen, they have an area where a deck can be built. So they have almost like French doors where you can open it, but it's a wooden thing right there, so where you can't like fall out of it if you open it, if that makes any sense. And it's kind of closer to the ground, so like if he's outside and he needs something from the kitchen, if I'm in the kitchen, I can literally open it and hand it to him. But he's just being really picky. So I'm like, okay. So I found another house that has a finished basement, that has a deck. The only thing about that house is that you cannot walk out of the basement. So you can't go from the basement to the backyard. So he was like, okay, I can live with that. Now, that's what he said about the deck. That's also what he said about several other things in the other houses that we've seen. But he said he can live with that. So we are going to go see the house on Saturday because that's the only date other than tomorrow that my realtor has open. I had picked tomorrow to go see it. He wouldn't be able to see it because he works tomorrow. But we decided not to because it's actually in my area going to snow really heavily tomorrow. So I decided not to do that, and to go on Saturday, which is going to be actually warmer on Saturday. The snow should have melted by Saturday. Also, he's off on Saturday, so he'll be able to come and see it as well. Then we'll have a nice comparison of the no deck house and the deck house, basically the 7-8 house, or the deck house. So we'll have a good comparison. As of right now, we're looking to put an application in for the deck house. I wanted to put in an application for both at the same time. His reasoning to not do that is because of application fees, because one of the houses, I don't remember which one, but one of them would be like $120. for application fees, because we each have to put in a separate application fee in for each applicant over 18. So one is $120. I forgot what the other one is. I think it's $40 each, so it'll be $80. So he's like, we spend all that money, we don't get it back. What if we're approved for both of them? Then we lose the money and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, that's true. But my reasoning was it's timing. So like, it takes 3 to 5 days for an application to be approved or denied. You know what I mean? So doing it his way, we would have to put in an application, wait 3 to 5 days, which can take up to 5 days. You know what I mean? And what if we're denied? Then we have to, after the 5 days, go back and apply for the other one, if it's still available, by the way, and wait another 3 to 5 days to find out if we're approved or not. Now, say on the second one we're approved, or even if we're not approved and we're denied, we still pay both application fees. You know what I mean? So I would rather put in both at the same time. That way, within 3 to 5 days, we'll know if we didn't get one, hopefully we'll get the other. Or we didn't get either one, or we got both. If we got both, to me, that's a plus, because then we can actually really choose between, hey, which one do we really want? If we're both denied, then we can actually go to the next house and kind of not necessarily start over, because I have a list, but go to the next house and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Or like I said, it just, it varies, but that's my reasoning. I think that reasoning is better, especially because our move out date is March 7th, which is only like a couple weeks away. We don't have time to waste. Okay. I've been in contact with our landlord here, and, I've got somewhat of an extension, but I don't really want to use that extension. I really want to just go ahead and keep our date and get out of here. But my husband is a huge procrastinator. He's one of those guys where he's just so laid back, it's annoying. Where he's just like, calm down, just wait, it's going to be okay. And I'm like, no, it's not okay. We have 2 weeks to be in here. We got to find a place and go. Yeah, so that's where we are, you guys. I have packed up the entire house. Everything else that's in this house right now is either last minute packing, like just a little bit of kitchen stuff that I left that we are currently using until we move. Things that are going to be thrown away that we're not taking to the new house, which is most of the furniture in my house, and clothes, because I haven't packed any clothes yet, because I want to be able to wash every stitch of clothing in this house before I take it out of this house. Okay, I'm gonna go to laundry, that way I can just do everything at once. I can just take big tubs in and just get everything done at once. And I'm going to pack up a certain amount of clothes for everyone that we're going to leave here, pack up the rest and put it in storage. And then within the last week that we're here, I'll go back to the laundry and wash the ones that I left for us to wear. And I'll pack up a small suitcase for each one of us. I'll pack the rest of the clothes and put them in storage again. And then that suitcase of clothes, we'll just wear those the last week and take those with us to the new house, as if we're going on a vacation or something. Just pack up the trunk with the suitcases. When we get there, I'll just wash those, and we'll have other fresh clothes just waiting for us to unpack. You know what I mean? That's the plan. Let's see if it works. I am also going to put my realtor's information down there. So if you are in the Northern Virginia area, then you need to use her, you guys, because she is bomb. Now, I think that she just works from Stafford area. If you're from this area, you know what I'm talking about. The Stafford area, and I think she wraps all the way around to King George. I think she goes all the way down as far as Spotsylvania, or a little bit further south. I think she kind of does that area there. But if you're in the DMV area, like more north, I have another person for you as well. So if you need that information, please let me know, because my realtor I'm using right now, she is bomb, completely bomb. She works with people with renting, buying, people with vouchers, like everything. Things galore is coming, you guys. I try not to make this video too long, but it's already long. And you see I'm talking fast. But I love you guys. Like I said, hit that bell button for some more, because there's more coming. And I hope you guys are having a fantastical day. And I see y'all later. Bye.